Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now what I have here behind me is a 1996 Toyota Townace Super Extra Limited. And for those that don't know about the Townace model, these were one of the models from Toyota that we didn't actually get over here in the United States. So now that we have the opportunity to import these, now these are slowly starting to pop up all over the US, especially here over in the Pacific Northwest. And with good reason. It's a good like middle of the road van that doesn't feel super large or super tiny. Something like a K van, for example, that could feel too small for a lot of people. But it has the capability of something you can take off-road or overlanding, and the possibility of you even converting it into a full camper van. Now, I know in the last video that we did the Nissan Atlas that came with a fridge, kitchen, bed, shower, and all the bells and whistles. So this car actually doesn't have any of those amenities, but it kind of serves as like a blank canvas for somebody to really go in and make it their own. And the fact that it has such low mileage with a manual transmission, there's a lot to like here. So in today's video, we'll be going over the exterior as well as the interior and the overall driving experience. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more if you're looking for more car content just like this. And before we get into the video as well, I would like to give a huge shout out over to Alex over at Ellis Motors JDM for giving me this opportunity to be able to review this car for you guys today. But I think with that being said, we can just dive right into this one. And I'm really looking forward to driving this cool little 5-speed JDM van. So let's get into it, shall we? So let's do a quick walk around of the car. The first thing that you're going to notice with the front end, besides it having the giant mirrors, is the fact that it has this one-piece headlight design. Kind of reminds me of like a 90s Prelude with the front end, even though it is in van form. The Toyota logo is located on the front is technically not a headlight, but it gives the illusion as if it is. So it looks pretty space age. And as we approach the side profile, I think this is my favorite part of this van. Like just looking at this straight on from the side, it just looks so cool. And I like the little extra limited on the side. And this vehicle is part-time four-wheel drive. This model also has the mud flaps and the rear spoiler and the extra mirror in the back for more visibility when you're backing up. It's a really cool looking van. I just like the design of it. I think it looks really neat. And what's also notable too is with the tires down here is that they have locking hubs in the front. So if you wanted to, you could lock these up. As we sit back here in the Townace, it's a really comfortable place to be. There's not too many crazy features or amenities back here, but you do get options for what you want here with the climate control. And this van in particular is just super clean. So everything is here and it all makes sense. But what I like about it the most is it has the option of you rotating these middle seats to be either facing the front or the rear. So if you wanted to have a full-fledged conversation with the people in the rear seats, you're more than open to that. But if, for example, your aunt starts talking about politics, just like at Thanksgiving dinner, and you kind of want to tune out the rest of the world, it would be very easy for you to rotate the seat so that you could face away, put in your noise-canceling headphones, and pretend like you didn't hear anything at all. Something else worth mentioning too is it has like this cargo basket that you can completely remove or keep just in case you weren't using the rear seats. So it's a good place to just stow things on top, which I find really interesting. I've never really seen anything like that in any other camper van. And what's so nice, especially if you're out in nature or it's just a really nice sunny day, is this has a second moonroof. Now, as we take a seat in the Townace, the first thing that you're going to notice right off the bat, that the driving position is going to be over the axles. So with all the other JDM vans that I've reviewed, 9 times out of 10, the engine is going to be in the middle, just like in this one. So you'd actually remove the passenger seat just to be able to view the engine or do any sort of maintenance on it. And the engine that's in this particular Townace is a 2.2 liter turbo diesel mated to a 5-speed manual transmission. And the first thing that I'll say right off the bat is with a low mileage example JDM van, what's so refreshing is when you go through the gears, everything just feels tight, you know? Have you ever gotten into like a car with like over 200,000 miles and everything kind of feels worn and sloppy? Which is not like totally like a bad thing, you know? It's kind of like the process of breaking in like a baseball mitt, for example. But with this, since it's just such a low mileage example, that everything just feels really solid. And I was genuinely impressed by just the operation of this manual transmission in particular. The clutch engagement is incredibly easy in this van. Once you get used to being on the opposite side of the car, the transmission itself feels really nice in the hand. It's got this slick row in it, almost like something you'd find in like a 90s Corolla. It feels eerily familiar to me, because for those that don't know, way back in college, I used to have a 96 or 97 Corolla station wagon. And just going through the operations of this gear kind of took me back, and it almost felt like I was in a time machine and I was back in my little Corolla again, but just in van form. And as you can see, I don't know if this is going to be picking up much on the video, but it's a beautiful day outside today and the sun's out, and there's just so much natural light coming into this van with the double moonroofs open. So it really adds to the experience, and it makes you feel like you're kind of in a fishbowl. It feels very open and airy in here, and it's just a very pleasant place to be, honestly. Now, the 2.2 turbo diesel is not going to be the fastest thing in the world, but what I will say is it's just a joy just to row through the gears. And it has this pleasant little spool coming from the turbo that is always fun. I mean, anything that's turbocharged is always going to be a good time, right? So that definitely doesn't excuse that here. And I'm just trying to get a little bit out of this residential area to get onto the streets so that I can really open the car up and you guys can get the full experience of what it's really like to drive. And I mean, I'm so at ease right now. I don't feel nervous or anything like that. I mean, I even got my hand on the armrest, so I can kind of tell you just like how much of a cruiser this van really could be. And of course, for the 90s interior acoustics, it's not going to be as quiet as like a brand new car, right? But it's very tolerable, and it's something you could definitely get used to. I don't feel like I'm having to scream or anything like that. But you know, it is a diesel. You hear the diesel operating and idling and stuff like that. I'm not gonna try and BS my way out of that. I mean, that's just kind of coming with the territory of having a JDM turbo diesel van. But like right now, I'm accelerating up this hill. I put my foot into it a little bit and it feels good. And it's funny with the rev range of a turbo diesel just like this, that it only goes up to 5,000 RPM. And I would highly advise not doing that, because you're gonna make the van just sound like it's absolutely screaming at the top of its lungs. But you know, it's nice to have at least a little bit of a rev range. Yeah. It's a shame we won't be able to take this off-roading today like we did with the Delica, but I think that this could be a really, really fun van just to have as like a daily driver. I haven't had the chance of doing any like sort of parallel parking or anything like that, but I'm already thinking about the idea of just like driving this every day. And since vans and SUVs of the modern age have just gotten so large, it feels like this is just very compact. I don't know how to explain it. And usually with the JDM cars from the 90s too, they're a little bit more on the narrow side. So it's got this like really good blend of just like feeling portable enough to where it wouldn't feel like a burden to go places with it, but it has so much room that you can have a whole fleet of people in the back and really feel at home just like carrying people around. And it's nice to have company, you know, in something like this. Not to say that you couldn't just drive this by yourself, or even put a whole bed or kitchen in the back. I mean, you've seen all types of different crazy configurations, right? So this could be a really great contender for that. And I just can't get over this transmission. I wish that they made more of these with these manual transmissions, because it's actually pretty tough to find these with a manual in good shape. So this one is kind of like of a unicorn in a way. And of course, with any JDM car that you have, you get the novelty of being, you know, the cool guy that has something that's super unique. So everywhere that you go, you're gonna either get like people that appreciate the car and maybe give you a thumbs up, or you're gonna have the people that are just very confused and wondering what the hell is that thing. But I think I'm gonna end the video here. The Toyota Townace gets a thumbs up in my book. This is a pretty sweet little van. But anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.